Hey guys.
I haven't been drinking either, so
I don't know how you haven't after what we just had to watch. So
I haven't had a drink in a long fucking time. I mean, maybe that's part of my problem.
I'm amazed that you haven't, because
Yeah.
after some of the sports stuff we've had to watch, that's all it requires is drinking.
I don't know how sports works, but isn't this the same team that beat them like 10-0 the day before or 2 days before?
Yeah.
The Phillies beat them 10-0, and then they just lost this game 2-1.
Yeah. It's just how I don't understand. You know what? I've been a lifelong fan, Rich, and actually what you just said is exactly like the perfect point. I don't know how it works either.
I know how it works after 42 years.
It doesn't make any sense.
If a Philadelphia team can find a way to fuck it up, they're gonna fuck it up.
That's the most succinct description of Philadelphia sports that I've ever heard.
Perfect. That's you're dead
Rich,
on.
congratulations, you're one of us.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, we got a little breaking news on this one in our video game nerdism. Bob has been playing a little bit of a new. Is it Mario 2?
No, it's brand new.
Yeah, no, brand new. It's a brand new.
Is it 64 you've been playing?
It's Super Mario X Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
Guided.
Yeah.
I wonder what you're playing.
Part 2.
But no, you grabbed a copy, and you've been playing a little bit of Super Mario Wonder, sir.
I have. It's
you want to fill the rest of the world in, since we're not as lucky as you.
It's different but familiar. They changed a lot of stuff, so you do have the new voices for Mario and Luigi and whoever the fuck else. Charles Martinet voiced. I don't know all the fucking characters he voiced, but it's fun. It's trippy as fuck. They replaced a lot of the sound effects. There's a point where, actually, we talked yesterday briefly about Koji Kondo's idea to make it, when you got the Wonder Flower, that Mario would be live action digitized like human being, 8 heads tall, and he would make his own sound effects and shit, and he would say boing when he jumped. And he actually, they worked part of that in somehow. There's a part where you're jumping, and I don't remember if it was Luigi himself or one of the little talking flower things goes boing, boing, and they changed it so now, like, the iconic Mario jump sound. That's not in the game. They do most of the sound effects with guitars and drums and stuff now. So it's pretty cool. I'm almost through the first level. I got up to the castle, but I wanted to go through and make sure that I knocked out every like little side stage you can do, because it's like the other games where like Mario 64, you had to get so many stars. In this, you have to get Wonder Seeds, and once you have so many Wonder Seeds, you can progress. But like, you don't have to beat every stage in a level to get to the castle. You just have to get the right amount of Wonder Seeds.
It's kind of like it's funny, and I realize it's been a long going Mario thing, but Sackboy is in a similar way how they handle that. So,
which best mascot name ever, by the way.
Yeah, I do like Sackboy.
I giggled like a fucking schoolgirl every time I heard that for like 3 years.
I'm not gonna lie, like the newest iteration of that game is fun as hell, multiplayer, and the soundtrack's awesome.
But no,
we got 3 minutes, and that's awesome.
So Super Mario Brothers Wonder is super cool. Highly recommend it, and I hope I don't know how it works. Like, I tried to redeem it for coins, because you can do the Club Nintendo coins or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it said this game's not eligible for it yet. So hopefully I didn't just tip myself off to Nintendo and get my account banned.
The Yakuza are showing up at your house tomorrow to fuck you up.
Yeah.
I've lived a long life.
So anyway, on the next Noise Brigade, Rich and I will
Do a eulogy for me.
Speaking of eulogies, that's a good thing. Burt Young died.
Yeah,
Yep.
fucking Paulie.
Oh yeah, and he was also I think the same character. I forget the name of the character, but he was in Back to School with Ronnie Dangerfield as his.
No kidding, that's right.
Mentor.
Wow, for whatever reason I never put that together. Wow, huh? And so, how old was he?
He was old.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean, he was
83?
pretty old.
Yeah.
Let's see, he was 83. Okay,
Yeah.
Boom, right on the head.
damn, that sucks. Oh no, that sucks. But I mean, it is what it is.
He got to bang a robot in Rocky 3 or Rocky 4.
I don't think he banged it.
Oh, they banged.
Hey, speaking of things that shouldn't
he switches it to that female voice, and they did it.
Speaking of things that shouldn't
There's
be
wonder seed all over that robot.
mixing their wonder seed together. Did you see the newest toy crossover? Teenage Mutant Ninja He-Man?
Yeah, I'm not impressed. I
Wait,
like Turtles. I like He-Man. I don't like the only one of them I like that they showed was the Krang. I'll be buying the Krang. The other ones I'll have to see in person to decide whether or not.
Bob, I know we chatted about this a little bit last night, but I don't know why I just process that now.
It went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, exactly. I literally just process it now.
I
told you I was a little tired last night, so
Yeah.
I was not really in it, but
I have a pile of the He-Man wrestlers, mostly the old ones. When I say old ones, the old wrestlers. Like they have ones of John Cena, but fuck John Cena. But they have the Junkyard Dog all over that.
They had Junkyard Dog. They had Austin. They had Triple H.
I got the Andre the Giant.
Did they have an Andre the Giant? I don't remember seeing that one. That's cool.
He's oversized, so they package him with his legs off. You have to attach his legs.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing with these, and it's with the new He-Man figures. I think they called them. What the hell was the wrestling ones? It was like
Masters of the Ring.
Yeah, something like that. It's them. Then there's a new series of WWE figures that are just WWE, but they look like they use the same bodies. They're all, you can take them apart and mix and match all their limbs and heads and shit.
Huh. They made a really cool Marvel. They made a really cool Marvel series like that where you could take them down to a torso and different pieces of the arms and legs and head and shit. And I had gotten Peyton a ton of them, but they were really cool.
Yeah, these are neat because they're just they look like the old He-Man bodies, but they're more articulated.
Nice.
Yeah. I got my mom found the Mr. T for me at the shore.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, I threw a picture of the. I was looking them up in my browser here. The Turtles of Grayskull, and then I'll be honest with you, these things look like 3D print jobs gone wrong.
They are 3D print jobs. You're not looking at the finished product. You're looking at.
You're looking at it's not right. I know you're looking at renderings of whatever someone did on.
Yeah, the like I said, the Krang and the android body is kind of cool, and they took Trapjaw and mixed them together with Mouser, and that's okay.
That one's okay. I didn't understand the Faker one. Who the fuck is he supposed to be? Is he mixed with Slash?
No, he's supposed to be just a mutated thing. So they were saying it's Mutagen Man and He-Man mixed together, but I don't like it.
I have a question because I know you guys are more into this stuff than I am, but on the musical side of things, Bob, you were the one that kind of introduced me to this, but the mashup part of music. But I've kind of followed that along where you have remember the old Jay-Zer stuff? Yeah. And so this kind of reminiscent of that. On the the toy side of it, is this something that's normal, or this is the first I've seen of anything like this on that side of it?
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything like this aside from nothing like this. I've seen the pack they did the Turtles in Stranger Things packed together,
and Turtles and Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and then, well, you know what? No, there was
and Turtles and Power Rangers. See, the problem is they sold the Turtles over to Nickelodeon. They own them out right now, Viacom, and they're whoring them out to everybody. But even before then, I have Turtles down in the corner that you can't see because they're on the bottom shelf. That they're the Turtles matched together with Ghostbusters. So they also mashed them with wrestlers too, the same series. So there's a Turtle Undertaker.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So there's another toy line that has been kind of doing mashups and such, and it's Transformers. So they did the what you call it? They did the Ecto one. They did the DeLorean from Back to the Future. They did
the DeLorean back there somewhere.
So this is basically all just like because of a licensing thing, right?
Yeah. This is because of the part of it's the monoculture. I think once one company, you know how like Disney owns everything now, so it's easy for them to like. I have the license for Transformers. We also own the license for this. We'll make a Transformer that does this. That's actually a Transformer, as opposed to an interchangeable. Like they don't have to call it something else now. They can actually say it's a Transformer mashed.
Right.
That
like, and they even did based on the comic books that are going to be coming out, and then the movie. If anybody saw Rise of the Beasts, they were heavily leaning towards a G.I. Joe and Transformers mashup. They've released some really cool. It's Bumblebee as the dune buggy thing that the G.I. Joes use, and it comes with G.I. Joes. And then there's the Hiss tank as Megatron, and that comes with, I think, Baroness and Destro or some shit like that. And then they're getting ready to release Soundwave as whatever the Dreadnoks fucking thing is with a couple of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird because I haven't kept up with that part of things, you know, like I said, as much as you guys have necessarily. It's that part's new to me. It's cool on one side because it's like, oh yeah, it's like combining things that I love. But on the other side, it's like watering down. It's more the commercialization. It's more of the, like, you know, Rich, you said it's like the one, like, because there's one entity that owns everything. You know, it's like, oh, I can just put this in this, and this. And I don't know. I hate that part of it.
What if I told you that this Transformers and G.I. Joe coming together could give rise to a return of Mask? Does that change your mind at all?
But would it?
Huh?
But would it really?
It could.
I mean, that would be.
I mean,
cool.
it could happen. Would it change your mind?
I mean, it would be awesome. I would like that.
I don't know. Jim Carrey is getting kind of old, and what's her name doesn't look.
Listen,
no.
Doesn't. Here's the thing, too, though. So Transformers, or Hasbro rather, owns the GoBots too, right? So weren't the Rock Lords were part of GoBots? Right?
They were.
So if we go down this rabbit hole, eventually we could come back with robots that turn into rocks.
Now, GoBots were actually Tonka, so I don't know who owns Tonka now.
No, Hasbro bought them.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, Hasbro bought the rights to the GoBots because there was Tonka sold off the GoBots and all of that whole deal. They sold all that off, and Hasbro swooped in and grabbed it. And that's why you've had in a couple of the comic. I'm gonna go down a fucking nerd.
We also had the Tonka Devastator a while ago, where you could.
I'm just amazed that you know that. But yeah, no, Hasbro's actually owned them for 30 years.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like in the late 90s, early 2000s, they released some like kitty GoBots. So, and it was just like one step transformation. Transformers. They called them Transformers GoBots, and they named them that so they wouldn't lose the trademark on it. And so, but they've actually introduced certain GoBots into Transformers continuity through different like BotCon comics and different comic books, like Crasher, who was one of the original GoBots. She was a villain, and they turned her into they brought her into Transformers. Bug Bite, who was the it was so fucking funny too, because he had like a German accent, but he was a VW Beetle, and he was a bad guy, and he had a German accent, and they brought him in, but made him kind of like an evil clone of Bumblebee in Transformers continuity. But what they did too is they said that they actually came over from the GoBots universe, and somehow during their transfer into this universe, their bodies got disfigured and turned into what they look like now. But they've done that with some of them. So what I want to see now is I want to see a Multiverse of Madness style crossover where we get the Transformers versus the GoBots.
That's kind of where I was going with my original question, because I realized like the whole multiverse thing is like obviously huge, particularly obviously with Marvel and whatnot. So I think that's kind of where I was curious, excited, unknowing. Like the nerd part of me is cool. Like I love the crossover stuff, but the kid in me is like, why is this doing this with this? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense, and until you bring back the Centurions, like screw you.
Well, did Hasbro own Centurions?
Mm-hmm.
Did they really?
I don't know.
There's a Chinese company, Ramen Toys, that are doing the Centurion figures, and they're releasing 2 of the characters. So I don't even remember from the cartoon, but apparently they were in like the later season.
I have some Centurion stuff sitting like maybe 5 feet to the left of me right now. So, but it's all like just mixed match parts of ships and whatever.
Okay.
Fuck, it doesn't say who owns them.
If I was a smart child, I would have kept everything in a box, and I'd be living in a mansion.
So there was a game of the Centurions called Centurions Power Extreme for the Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, and Amstrad CPC in 1987. It was released by Areola Soft.
That's the best name ever,
right? So it's
if you blow across the box, it becomes Areola Hard.
So it was owned by Ruby Spears Enterprises and Kenner.
Oh, Kenner.
Yeah, so that was Kenner. So
how many podcasts talk about Kenner? We got to be like one of like 3.
So actually, it's funny that Kenner comes up. I got Peyton a Christmas present early.
All I see is a cat.
That was Kenner's last product.
Yeah.
It was a cat and a piece of drywall.
Well, that cat was watching Bob do something earlier before the podcast.
Since why its eyes are so big.
Yep.
Oh my god. Did he leave?
Actually,
I think I don't know what he's doing.
Kenner.
That air is good.
A fucking bastard. Kenner made the Beast Wars Transformers.
Somebody went to Ollie's.
Yes. I fucking love Ollie's. I
wait. What? Kenner went defunct like 20-something years ago.
Huh?
Kenner as a company.
Kenner's owned by whoever owns the...
I know, but the original Kenner company went defunct. No, even Hasbro's ownership, that whole company is defunct as of 20 years ago. Well, like 23 years ago. I'm not lying.
Yeah,
they slapped that Kenner Hasbro logo on it.
Did Wizards of the Coast buy them, or did
so how old was that thing that you bought then?
It's new. It's fairly new.
They were in Walmart last year, around the same time that movie came out.
2021.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so they basically
they reissued them. They're just the ones from from Beast Wars. Whenever the hell Beast Wars is.
I don't know. I know that like they've repackaged like that was reminiscent of certain toys. I don't know. It's weird. So Beast Wars Transform. I don't know. I'm looking. I just wonder how old that actually was, because Kenner as an actual brand, even owned by Hasbro, went out 23 years ago.
Yeah, but you can, if you look at the vintage Star Wars toys that are out, like they're called vintage Star Wars in quotes.
Yeah.
The new Star Wars toys that are vintage, they have the Kenner logo on them.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, they own the trademark.
Oh, so they did the same thing with Transformers Beast Wars stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so they hoard themselves out again.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's just
Hey, Rich,
again,
sidebar.
just...
If you see the I saw a stack of the Starscream coronation figure on Reddit at an Ollie's. If you happen to see one for $15, man, let me know, because they didn't have them down here.
That it's just weird, because like whenever
I bought that when it came out, I feel ripped off.
Whenever these companies buy each other, you tend to see things like that they're still existent, and they're just like subsidiaries of, they're owned by. Like that one actually shows defunct.
Yeah.
So it's just weird.
It's just, at this point, it's just a label for them, so they can.
Yeah, true.
You know, they just pop. They don't. I don't think that they legitimately make anything under that banner anymore. It's just, oh well, when this came out, it was by Kenner, so we're gonna slap that little.
Yeah, we're gonna make it look like it used to.
Right.
Yeah, at least with like I know the Star Wars figures and. Now I'm thinking though, what? How else do we know Kenner? Kenner did a lot of stuff. I know.
Kenner made
starting lineup.
Starting lineup, mask.
The real Ghostbusters.
Real Ghostbusters, which they just came out with again. Late 2 years ago.
RoboCop.
I'm still very proud of one of my collections. I do have something as a youth, and I still have it now. The Real Ghostbusters pop-up books. I have the whole set. So,
Mark Thompson has the Real Ghostbusters Firehouse.
I got that too.
I'm not surprised.
and I got both cars. It's the same car with different stickers, but I have both of them.
I think I have. That's the only plastic lunchbox I have too. Is a Real Ghostbusters lunchbox.
Now I think that I'm correct on this. You know who made the Real Crash Test Dummies toys? I think was Kenner.
No. Really?
It may have been.
Let's see. That's still a point of contention in my household.
One of them did Police Academy figures toys too, and I think that may have been Kenner. They definitely did Beetlejuice.
No, it wasn't Kenner that did those. It was who'd you say about it? It was Tycho. Yeah.
Police Academy was Tycho?
No, yeah, but Kenner did make the Police Academy toys.
Yeah. Wait, Police Academy toys. Whoa, hold on a second.
You don't remember the Police Academy?
No,
dude.
I'm a little younger. I know Rick is like 65 years old, and
there was a Police Academy fucking cartoon.
I know that, but I don't know the toy. Oh wait, what is this?
Yeah, 1988. You weren't that fucking young, you douche.
No, I just don't remember. I just don't remember these toys, though. I really don't. I'm not, dude. I am being god honest with you. I don't remember these.
Okay. They weren't that long. They reused the firehouse as the police station almost. They like retooled it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like the Ghostbusters firehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The cadets. Yeah, I'm looking up right now. The precinct police station, Police Academy looks like legitimately like the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know I think I had one of them, like one of the toys from this series.
It is kind of funny though. The coloring on the boards is almost identical to the Crash Test Dummies. That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's the handcuffs. They were handcuffs that look like hands.
Yeah. And I don't get I love those movies. Like I was.
The cartoon had nothing to do with the movie.
No.
But it was still, I mean, you know.
But I was a youth watching those movies, so I probably had no business to. But you know, whatever.
We still had Michael Winslow. Though, so there was always a black guy that made funny noises in the things. So.
Michael Winslow
was Police Academy.
Yeah.
There's we need to do a Police Academy episode at one point, just because I just love those movies. But
they're all on HBO Max. So I just watched the first 3 over summer.
They
stopped there for some reason.
What was the gay bar called?
Oh, the Blue Oyster. That's The best one is Citizens on Patrol. That's number 4.
Yes.
That's the first time you get Tony Hawk in any kind of feature, anything. Came out in, 87? I think he was like a 15-year-old kid doing that.
The Asian guy they bring in one of them was actually Brian Toshi, who was also the Asian nerd in Revenge of the Nerds and the voice of Leonardo in the Turtles movie. He was Hair Pie. Okay.
My favorites for I love I mean, it's hard to get past the original. The original's so good.
Yeah.
What the fuck's a frush? That was from Nerds.
Yeah. Oh man, Captain Harris and Proctor and
so fucking good. So what's it? All right. So on the topic of these mashups and stuff,
Steve Gutenberg star.
We do.
What is one like collaboration that you would like to see, or one mashup you'd like to see? And then what's one that you absolutely, if they did it, you would like swear off the franchise forever?
Rich, any for your thoughts?
I want to see Teletubbies mashed up with the G.I. Joe. Oh, and then we're getting a lot of Jurassic Park stuff out there. I want to see Jurassic Park and Barney mashed up too. That'd be cool.
That's awesome.
That wins.
Yes,
I was thinking something like I don't know, like shit. I lost it. Like what about like Anakin Skywalker goes to Sesame Street? Kills all the younglings.
Oh, I don't know. That's rough. That's like dark. I don't know about that.
Okay, all right, fine. How about the Punisher versus the Care Bears?
I like it. I don't know how any of the Care Bears survive, but
that's the whole fucking point.
I know.
Fuck
well, I mean, one of them might.
Oh no, the Boondock Saints versus the Care Bears.
Yeah, they wouldn't live.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think of like mashups of youth stuff. Like you know, talking about like Transformers, G.I. Joe, or the Turtles mashups we discussed, or those types of things. I don't know. Like, that's tough. It really is.
Well, like I mean, when I was little, the Transformers and G.I. Joe always fucking mashed up because I had Transformers and I had
right. Some of them do make sense. You know what I mean? Because like you think about it, like the toys you played with when you were a kid, like the ones you had. And the different things like you guys had wrestling figures, right?
Yeah.
So like you eventually run out of wrestlers, you're gonna play with like, oh yeah, I've got Donatello versus Hulk Hogan. You're eventually gonna do stuff like that because that's how the mind of a child works. Or am I crazy? Am I the only one?
No. You're on point. You're 100% on point.
So I think that's just how your mind goes. So. But you have to think of like I do like your question, like things that are natural though, things that work, because some things just don't work together.
Yeah.
But we were handed things like video game wise, like RoboCop versus Terminator, or Alien versus Predator, or we were handed these different things like that made sense, but sometimes they just don't.
One that came out recently fairly recently that I enjoyed was Turtles and Batman.
Yes,
there was I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, what about
we're not done with this one yet.
What about God damn it! I'm trying to think. What about
What we're really missing though is the Fat Albert Gang and the Cadillac Cats from Heathcliff that lived in the junkyard.
I love Cadillac.
No way! Yes.
Deep cut.
Wow. I haven't thought about that in years.
Dude, I was looking into a lot of that shit not long ago because it just sprung in my mind. I'm like, fuck, who's the leader of the Cadillac Cats?
We need a Heathcliff video game.
It was that one with the hat and his bitch. He was
and I couldn't remember his name. It was Cleo and Cleo is the chick. Fuck, I forget what the dude's name is though. It's
I don't know. Heathcliff was a badass. I forgot about Heathcliff. Not Slocum.
No.
I figured that would elicit a response.
Oh, there was just I was watching a Riff. I was watching a YouTube video and it was like forgotten 90s cartoons, and I forget the name of the cartoon, but it was Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and
the Pro Stars. It was Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan.
That's it, yeah.
I fucking love that show.